But the games don't really have continuity.
Continuity of how the quality of the game advances.
We're just streaming to show off stuff. We're not doing a documentary.
I am.
Oh.
I prefer to have, like, that kind of advancement in the games.
Then we're probably going to need a recordable 3DS.
I don't have a way to do portables. Those are the exception. I can't do anything about that. Like, it's just financially unfeasible.
If it weren't, I would have gotten one.
Got a new boiler. This one's colory.
It doesn't fit. It doesn't fit. Take it. Put it somewhere else.
No.
Oh, hey, some new hostile ships have spawned while we were eating. That's my favorite type of ship. Maybe.
Will you get over here, Momoko?
Sorry.
I need to get my $200 from you. And my $400 from you. And everybody's using the public bathroom. And my wow, man, you are loaded, lady.
They're having a bathroom party?
No, everybody uses the bathroom.
I wasn't the one by the arcade?
Yeah.
I was in that one earlier, I think. Oh wait, no, that was on that ship where you went to see the weird the eyeball cult people.
Alright, so I have my bowling alley. There was a reason that I went on my little adventure, but I don't remember what it was.
What's my mission objective? I forget.
Mission objective.
Yeah, well, our new little quest. It was to get a health pickup.
No.
Knife.
How'd I miss that?
Yeah, the enemies are strong.
Enemy game too strong?
Yes, they aren't to die. And if they aren't, then I could be die.
Oh my god!
Yes, I sniped him off screen. I love when I do that.
The Fly is the best part of that movie.
What? I never saw it.
Oh. When he says, oh my god, there are two takes of it that are cut together, and in one of the takes he has a fly that is on his forehead, and the other one he doesn't. So this fly appears, and then it cuts to a different angle, and it's not there, and then it appears again when it goes back to the other angle.
That's how Flies is.
Oh, that's right, my bowling alley, I need the duffel bag. That's what I was looking for.
Do 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 do. Brute.
Boom, 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 boom.
Can
you copyright 5 notes?
Can you copyright 3 notes? Is my question. Because one of the later levels is just like has an even shorter loop. It's like the loop is just over half a second long, I think. Arcade games, am I right? Oh god, that enemy poops out poison.
I hate poison poop.
That's one of the reasons he doesn't like Isaac.
I don't like Isaac because it's depressing.
Yeah. It's pretty dark.
You're making a comedy game about child abuse.
I like the gameplay. But yeah, when I first saw it, it took me a good bit to get over the atmosphere.
It's not about getting over the atmosphere, it's I just won't like the atmosphere.
Yeah. I also don't like how there's poop everywhere. I think poop is gross.
I think child abuse is gross.
It's bad.
It's a controversial statement to find child abuse.
I mean, gross isn't the word I would use, but I won't deny it either.
Okay, repulsive, which roughly means gross.
Yeah. Very bad. Heavy weapons guy, he doesn't like child abuse.
He'll make sure not to child abuse anyone.
Yee.
Or he'll be careful not to child abuse anyone.
That's another game we should try playing. It's also a long one, though.
And I don't really know that the overall game appeals to me. I like some of its comedy, but I don't know that the whole game would pull me in.
That's fair criticism. We definitely aren't going to play Lisa then, because I'm pretty sure you would just hate it when I look at it.
Although, it does look very, very, very Earthbound.
There are like three, like, when I look at, I'd say are probably like the top 3 most BS parts of the game. I think you would hate them far more than I do, and I really don't like them.
BS is in plot-wise, or BS is in gameplay-wise?
A bit more gameplay, but yes. A feature of the game is that it does have a sort of permadeath for any of your any optional party member can be perma-killed.
And that affects the story.
No. There's only one party member who's all that plot relevant. I mean, it isn't normally permadeath, but I mean, certain enemies have permadeath attacks, and at one point in the game, you get kidnapped and forced to play several rounds of Russian roulette with your party members. It is literally Russian roulette.
As in, you lose and your character dies off for good.
Yes. And you have to keep playing until you win 3 rounds. It is 100% mandatory that you do this.
Is it also 100% tedious?
If you want no one, to make sure no one dies, yes, it can be very tedious. Because you'll have to keep saves coming until you win 3 games in a row.
Is it as meta smart as Undertale?
No, I don't think so. The funny thing is, if you completely clear out the Russian roulette mini game, you actually get unlock yet a new party member for like the dozen you lost.
If you complete the Russian roulette?
Yes,
thing?
if you if the guys hosting the Russian roulette event run out of guys for you to play against, because you've won too many games. That's the problem with having an organization do Russian roulette. Eventually you run out of mans. But yeah, it's also super dark. And not very hopeful. I find
that's because the best ending involves a lot of people dying.
There are really only 2 endings, and they're pretty much the same.
One is you cause the end of the world, and the other is...
No, actually. They're basically the same ending, except... you get, sort of a weird flashback thing in the epilogue. You get a different flashback, depending on which ending you get. So it doesn't actually change what happens. The sequel has, a couple possible endings, one of which is definitely better than the other.
Isn't it called, the depressing RPG?
No, let's see, there's Lisa the First, which is just... It has no actual gameplay. It's not an RPG.
What are you?
The first is probably the most depressing. Then there is Lisa the Painful.
Oh.
Then there is Lisa the Joyful. Which,
yeah, that's right. Lisa the Painful RPG.
Yeah, and the Joyful isn't really joyful, but it can have a somewhat hopeful ending.
Semi-optimistic ending compared to all the others.
Yes. Whereas the first one only has a bad ending, and the Painful has a less bad ending. Whereas the endings to the Joyful are slightly ambiguous.
So are they on par with, or do they surpass Mother 3's depressing?
I'd say that the first two are the first one definitely is more depressing, and the painful is probably more depressing.
See, and this is the best island.
Just some dirt.
Just 3 dirts.
The third one might be as depressing. Yeah, I'd say yes. It's as depressing as Mother 3, at least.
I was gonna say something and I forgot.
But yeah, if you like hopeful things in your stories, you would hate the first.
See, and then on the other side of things, even in one of the not good endings in The Cat Lady, there still is a sense of hope.
Right. But yeah, you need to get get to the end of. I mean, while some seem better than others, all of the endings of the joyful have some sense of hope. Isn't gonna be full resolution, but it says things might turn out all right in the end. Whereas everywhere else is just, and that's what makes the ending of Mother 3 not quite completely bad. Is that implies that things, despite everything that's happened, things might turn out all right.
But isn't Klaus like the only innocent character in the entire game?
Your mother's seems pretty innocent.
See, because like in Undertale, while a very, very innocent character is a victim, there is more than one innocent character still.
Lucas seems pretty dang innocent.
Yeah, but he is also a victim of the situation.
He is.
That's his brother.
There is Salsa the monkey, who is also a victim, but they make it through all right.
Is he sapient even?
I mean, you play as them through a whole chapter.
Does he have dialogue himself?
No. But yeah, in the end, I mean, it's implied that the world is being recreated, possibly for the better. Which means...
Yeah, but then couldn't it still happen the same way? Because
it could.
Porky's just trapped in the thing
I think it
right now because of this universe. If you recreate the universe, couldn't he be free again to manipulate?
Yeah, I think, though, it's being remade. I think according to Lucas's heart.
Yeah, but is Lucas the type to remove someone from existence?
I don't know. Again, the ending is vague and unclear. But yeah, since we're not playing that game because Nintendo... spoilers for Mother 3, if anyone cares. See if I give spoilers, since I gave a spoiler warning, right?
Now?
Okay, basically the whole game seems to revolve around pulling 7 pins out of the ground to awaken some dark dragon that will rebuild the world. But only someone who has the ability of PK Love can remove these pins. The only people are Lucas and Klaus. But due to being remade as a cyborg, it resonates with the heart of the person pulling the pins and recreates the world accordingly. Problem is, Klaus has no heart now.
Yeah.
So, which is why Lucas needs to be the one to pull more of the pins.
But the biggest thing people say about Klaus's situation is, what did Porky do to cause Klaus to desire suicide over coming back after everything that happens?
He took his heart.